tackle these really dense, sometimes pretty out there intellectual arguments, and we'll pull out the core ideas you need to know. Today, we're diving headfirst into a piece of literary critique that's really pushing buttons, asking fundamental questions about what counts as, high art. Our mission today is a deep dive into a peer review. It's about a work by M.C. Serre with probably the most maximalist title I've seen in a while. Isamantix, Shakespeareantix Chaotic Musical, The Land of Paradox, Pandora Boxes.
Okay, so just hearing that title, it tells you straight away we're not talking about your standard novel.
Not even close.
No, we're looking at something that deliberately defies genre, is trying to merge Shakespearean structures, the kind of rhythmic darkness you get from Poe, Afro rap, and even K-pop. But here's why we have to talk about it now. There's this major peer review just out in the Journal of Interdisciplinary Literary and Sonic Studies. And it's not just praising the work.
No, it's making a huge claim. Exactly. It's formally proposing this thing for the Nobel Prize in Literature. And get this, under the banner of the spoken voice for the people. I mean, that's a pretty radical proposal. It's suggesting that this work, this multimodal literary musical fusion, which is somehow both satirical and deeply philosophical, should actually redefine what we even consider literature now in the 21st century.
It absolutely changes the stakes of the entire conversation about literature today. And what's really fascinating, I think, is that this critique, this really powerful argument, it's all based on an unpublished manuscript.
Right, it's dated 2025.
Exactly. So this isn't just, commentary on a book that's already out there. It's looking forward. It's an argument about the future. The reviewers are basically using Serre's work almost like a manifesto.
A manifesto for what, exactly?
For, what they call a radical democratization of literature. They're insisting that this text deliberately smashes these old, rigid boundaries we have between literature, music, and, importantly, immediate social commentary. And the review says Serre pulls this off using techniques they call pop cultural hyperbole and self-referential comic irony. It's using modern language, modern rhythm, not just as, window dressing.
But as the foundation.
Precisely. As the very foundation for some pretty serious intellectual exploration.
That phrase, pop cultural hyperbole, really sticks with me. It sort of captures that theatrical, maybe even over-the-top quality the work seems to demand. But hold on, before we get too deep into the social argument, the Nobel pitch, we really need to understand the structure first, the nuts and bolts, the anatomy of this chaos, as Serre calls it. He's given his own style this really dense, defining label. Let's focus on that identifier he uses. Bardontics, Poetentics, Poetic. That's where the synthesis starts, isn't it? It feels like he's immediately saying, okay, I'm talking to the Western canon.
Right. It's a deliberate positioning.
So what does that stylistic fusion actually involve? And I guess, how does it even work? How do you blend Shakespeare and Poe, these incredibly weighty historical influences, with something as current and, different as Afro rap?
Yeah, that Bardontics, Poetics, Poetic label. It's not just some catchy academic phrase. It's doing real work in the text. It's like the intellectual scaffolding that holds the whole chaotic structure together. It's Serre saying, look, this might sound like a crazy mashup, but it has pedigree. It has roots.
Okay, so break that down. The Bardontics part first.
Yeah.
Shakespearean influence.
Right. Bardontics, we're talking about a really conscious, deep integration of Shakespearean dramatic form. Specifically, the review points to the use of the soliloquy.
Ah, okay, the character talking to themselves or the audience?
Exactly. The narrator, or maybe a character, steps outside the main action. They speak directly to the audience, or maybe just voice their internal thoughts, wrestling aloud with these big existential ideas, or sometimes just really silly ones.
Yeah, okay.
But the key twist, according to the review, Serre stops this from just becoming, pompous or overly academic.
So, what you guys just saw and heard, Google NotebookLM. I've been working with them for a long time, and it's designed to help me explain to you guys my thoughts, my paper and stuff like that. Because sometimes, scientific papers or reviews, it can be very complicated to understand for the general public, right? So I've always strived to achieve what's up, Luigi and Vera, a way to present to the people the significance of why art, music, literature of the old should be recognized for the value of what it is now, that is not something that should be fixed upon as set in stone, but more of being bold, of utilizing the old and elevating it, in which the newer generations can embrace why Shakespeare, why Poe, why Mozart, why, other artists. Hey, Bunny, man, go kill it, bro. Anyway, back to the other one. What was it again? Yeah, that it matters, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I try to find ways to get it done, right? So as you can see, right, the hammer, right, it's designed to work in many different ways, right? But the main thing is, it works the full body, but at the same time, it maintains the fun of the activity itself, right? For example, right, check it out, right? You see how the movement itself, I can also adjust. For example, check this out. See that? Now all of a sudden it becomes a full body movement, right? See that? Because think of it like a Taibo, right? In a way, but more of a cardio fitness. But you see how you incorporate cardio into the fitness of something that's fun, right? But at the same time, guys, you can do this at home, right? Full body movement, right? You see that? Full body, but you make it fun. But then again, guys, you can do this at home, right? That's the fun part, right? But it does take some time to get used to. And that's the reason why I'm breaking it down to you guys step by step, right? 1, the fencing, the guard. 1, 2, see that? 1, see that? And then you come this side, same way. 1, 2. Alright guys, I'm short on time today, man, but that's about it. But check out my other channel. But other than that, man, hey, thank you guys. See you guys next time, right? Adios. Hey, stay sexy, bro, you get what I'm saying? All the time.